Sadashivasamarambam Jnana Sambandhacharyamadyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today, Nirahara Samyama, successfully 5th day running, and the Samyama 19th day successfully. In Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga, 10th verse.
Yogi yunjita satatam Atmanam rahasi sthitah Ekaki yata chittatma Nirashira parigraha.
Yogi yungita sadatam Atmanam rahasi sthitah Ekaki yata chittatma nirashihi aparigraha. The one who feels the same towards an affectionate person, a friend, an enemy, the indifferent, the neutral, the hateful one, the unfriendly, the noble one, or a sinner. Yogi yungita sadatam atmanam rahasi sthitah ekaki yatachittatma nirashir aparigraha. The translation: the contemplative sage, saint, having subdued his thoughts and character, his identity being free from desires, with an attitude of renunciation seated within oneself in aloneness, should continuously connect with higher consciousness by unclutching. The Jivan Mukta, having subdued his thoughts and character, identity being free from desires, with an attitude of renunciation seated within oneself in aloneness, should continuously connect with higher consciousness by unclutching. Now Bhagavan actually enters into the straight technique of unclutching. Yogi yungita satatam atmanam rahasi sthitah. Having subdued his thoughts and identity, being free from desires. I tell you, subduing identity, subduing thoughts anybody can do. It's not a big thing, I tell you. Thoughts can be reduced very easily with any simple technique. I know one sadhu. I have seen him day in and day out in Rishikesh. Whole day, the only work he will do is wash his kamandalu, the water pot. It will be just shining. But do you know, the most funny thing, he has less thoughts, very less thoughts. His only focus is that his kamandalu should not become dirty. His water pot should not be dirty. That's where everything stops. Any simple technique, even technique like washing your water pot, can bring your thoughts down. That is not a big thing. Subduing the identity means thoughts are food, identity is person who eats. Who eats should be subdued, not just the food. The identity grows, expands with thought. Reducing thought is not a big thing. Actually, without touching the identity, reducing the thoughts is very easy. I have seen a yogi standing on his one leg for more than 12 years in Kumbh Mela during my Parivrajaka time, he really had a very reduced thought state. But unfortunately, the attention people give because of his tapas has made his identity swollen like his leg, one leg on which he was standing. One leg on which he was standing was swollen. Same way, because the attention he enjoys from people, his identity was swollen. It is very easy to have less number of thoughts if your identity is getting more and more boosting. If the identity is not touched, it is very easy to have less number of thoughts. When the identity is touched, almost like a honeycomb, how if the honeycomb is touched, the bees comes out, like the thoughts comes out. I have seen many of my ashramites, they will really be having very less thoughts, calm, composed. Just poke at their identity once. People whom they don't like or there is a hatred, just one word from that person, like a honeycomb, whoosh, all the thoughts will come up. The whole pus will come out. If your identity is not touched, having less number of thoughts is not a big thing. Once, Kuppammal, my mentor and guru, she was really worthy of that word. Vibhudanandapuri. She told me that you need to learn how to drop the identity. 15-year-old boy, what will I understand? I said, you tell me what I should do, I'll do. She gave me a begging bowl and told me, go around and beg all over the city and come back. My grandfather is a big guy in that village. So, till death, he was the head of the Rice Merchants Association. See, rice is the biggest business in that area. For 3 states, that one city supplies rice. That's the largest rice market in all these 3 states, Pondicherry, Tamil Nadu and Andhra. That city fell somehow in the center place. Even the Tanjore rice comes there, gets sold and goes to different places. It became like a rice route. Growing itself is not that huge, but the marketing and the rice mills, huge number of rice mills, getting the crops and cleaning and making it into a rice and branding and marketing. Still my father's side people are involved. Till the death, my mother's father, he was the head of the Rice Merchants Association, means morning he will fix the price of the rice. And even now my father's uncle is the largest rice mill owner. He owns some 7 rice mills or not. Their family only donated our Tirunamale Ashram land. Actually, Tirunamale Ashram, both lands. One land was given from my father's side, other land was given by my mother's side. Pre-monastic relatives, they gave the land. They donated both the properties. Anyhow, rich guys, rich family background. But I have to go around begging. Then slowly, I picked up my bowl and said, all right, I'll go for begging. Then she gave me the kavi to wear and I put on my kavi. There is a unique way of wearing one cloth, one knot in the back. So that is the way you have to go for begging. It's called unjavritti in Tamil. I don't know whether it's a Sanskrit word. Even in North this word is used or not, I don't know, but in South they use the word unjavritti. So with a begging bowl I started. I went to the same streets where all my family is having shop. Pre-monastic family, they all have their different shops, rice. They're all into this business, rice and cooking items, dal, oil, all this, like a general store. Anyhow, I did not have any problem, but all of them had a problem. They all know I am a little crazy, but they did not expect I will go to this extreme. And the first shop itself they caught hold of me. What for you came? I said, don't ask all that. I am a sadhu now. I am asking you for bhiksha. Will you give or not? You tell, I am going for the next shop. Don't disturb my business. If somebody comes and sits in your shop and goes on poking at you, your business will be disturbed. And don't disturb my business. Then finally, my grandfather's shop, he caught hold of me and said, how much you need to stop this begging? What is your amount? Target, tell me that. I'll give the whole, keep quiet and go back. And I can't handle this phone call from every shop. Those days phone has come. It will be big and create a big sound, crang, crang, crang. Huge sound, no cell phones those days, but the phone has come. I cannot handle this phone call those days, only 4 numbers those days. No, 4 numbers. And local call means 4 numbers. And he is telling, for last half an hour only these phone calls I am attending. From every shop they are calling me. I can't handle this nuisance. How much you need totally, tell me. I said there is no goal. Kuppamal told me that I have to beg all over the city. Yes, she has given, specifically she has given the route also. She knows. And I did not have any problem. Finally, he said, talking to you is no use. I will call that old lady and talk to her directly. Raghupati Yogi is very close with my grandfather. So immediately he sent a person to get Raghupati Yogi. Kuppamal can't move freely here and there. But Raghupati Yogi was very healthy till the death. So he sent a person to bring Raghupati Yogi, so that I can be advised, I will stop this. But before he could come, I left. And I went round. There was a shop. My classmate, it is her father's shop, a girl, my classmate. So I am going and standing there. She was also sitting in the shop. And she said, you have gone completely crazy. You became mad. And now you are begging also. I told you so many times not to go to that lady, means Kuppamal. Be with that old lady continuously. Now you see you have become beggar. I tell you, I could see very clearly the body which is standing and begging is different. I am different. ultimate ability is ability to renounce the desire to be a hero. Ability to renounce the identity. I tell you, it is that training which protected or still protects, saves me during this whole identity crisis. See, the attack on me was not defamation. It was literally creating identity crisis. Please understand. Defamation is different. Trying to create identity crisis is different. Attack on me from 2010 is not just defamation. Trying to create identity crisis. Trying to completely confuse people about who am I, who I am. And they tried their best even to confuse me. See, if constantly 3 years somebody tells you you are a cheat, you are cheat, you are cheat, you may start thinking, am I really cheating? You may start thinking when you sit in the morning Pada Puja, people are worshipping me, am I really cheat? Not once I doubted me. How can I doubt me? It seems somebody who left the ashram, one ex-brahmacharini, was telling another one devotee, if people put complete faith on me or you, even we can heal. I was laughing. Even you don't put your whole faith on you. Who will put their whole faith on you? People don't need to put their whole faith on you for you to heal them. You need to put your whole faith on you. Not a moment I had a doubt. Understand? It is very easy to live even if the whole world doubts you. It is impossible to live even if you doubt yourself for a moment. You can't live if you doubt yourself. After all this, I have not doubted myself for a moment because I have experienced myself. I have seen the beautiful side of me, the graceful side of me. When I saw the graceful side of me, I just fell in love with myself. So even when Kalabhairava decides to punish people, I can see very clearly, it is because of his compassion to the larger part of humanity. And these people are begging punishment, what to do? They are not ready to keep quiet. I have seen the most graceful side of me. Never, never, never have a doubt. Neither had, nor having, will never have. I could see very clearly. Even though I will not go to the school regularly, I had a very good friendship and respect from all my classmates, batchmates, with everybody. Whether it is boys or girls, I can look back, and even people who lived around me those days as my classmates, many of them are devotees and some of them are even in the ashram. doing volunteering and all that. My roommate who was there in my room for more than 3 to 4 years is in the ashram as a volunteer. Sometimes I talk to them. The people who studied with me in the school are there and in the ashram as volunteer. People who studied with me in the polytechnic, who is the roommate in the polytechnic, who used to sleep next to me. Those days in the polytechnic there was no cots, it was only mat, and the place will be allotted by painting on the floor. So my next block, they call it, for each mat they will put a paint on the floor. And they will put number also, 16, 15, 17, 18. My next number guy, he is in the ashram as a volunteer. And my roommate in Ramakrishna Math, he comes to the ashram regularly as a volunteer. Sometimes I used to talk to them. I asked them, do you see any change in my lifestyle? They said, nothing, Swamiji. So the moment this girl, my classmate, she started screaming, you became mad, you are begging, your life is going to be beggar and all that, she started screaming. Then her father got angry with her. He said, either give something or keep quiet. Why are you abusing him? The father started telling, maybe he is doing it for some spiritual reason, because in South India it is very well known. You go to beg for 3 Saturday and whatever comes, take it to the Tirupati, go by walk to Tirupati and offer it in the undi. It's a tradition. So he was telling, maybe he is begging for the Venkateshwara. How do you know? It's a tradition. Even now they do. That, especially this month only it starts. This is the month. 3 Saturday they will go to house and beg. Whatever comes, with that they will carry the whole thing. Maybe rice or money, silver, gold, whatever people give, they will carry the whole thing. They will go by walk to Tirumala and offer it in the hundi. Anyhow, I did not bother. When I finished the whole thing and came, she asked me only one thing. She was sitting in the house, I don't know who gave her a report. She asked me only one thing. How did you feel when people were screaming at you? I said, this body which is standing is different, I am different. She said, you are a brahmachari. Then she asked me, did you go to your classmate's shop? That was a big shop, well-known shop. I said, yes, I went. What did your classmate tell you? I said she was screaming, I became mad, and she was abusing me, abusing you. That I became mad. She asked me, what did you feel exactly at that moment? I said, I was very clear. This body is different, which she is abusing. I am different. I never felt attacked or disturbed. I tell you, the capacity to stand with a begging bowl without having an identity is the most difficult thing. That helps me still now to stand with the begging bowl in front of my disciples. Never ever think I'm head of my disciples. No. It is literally with the begging bowl only, the whole thing runs. Only one difference is, nowadays I beg to drop their identity into my pot, which is the Brahma Kapala, which sucks their identity and eats. Few days before, I was telling you one important thing. The ability to give up anything. And today I tell you, you are a sadhu only if you are able to touch anybody's feet, whoever you feel is your enemy. I have seen sadhus giving up multi-crore properties in their hometown, leaving everything and going to Himalayas. And there they will fight a small place where they sit and beg or eat their food in the ashram or bandara or in the temple. Now I know one fellow is from Coimbatore counter community. He left a property, big property near a place called Sulur. He is a sadhu now in Rishikesh. There is a Kartikeya ashram there, which is in the name of Subramanya. He left crores of property here and went away there to become sadhu. There I saw him fighting for the place in the bandara. I laughed. I tell you, when I made a statement, all my sadhus, all my ashramites should practice this habit of non-possessiveness. Anything is around me belongs to whole world. Anybody wants, they can take it. Same way, a sadhu, all my ashramites, please understand, this is the instruction to all the devotees, viewers, visitors. But this is the Guru Vak for all the ashramites and sadhus and sannyasis and jivan muktas. Understand, I am spelling it out very clearly. Ability to drop your identity in front of anyone is the quality of sadhu, and I wanted this to be a Guru Vak to all my ashramites. What is there? You think all the abuse I am going through, I am worthy of it? It is excess being done on me. But that is the way life is. That is the way humanity is. That is because you did not become enlightened few thousand years before and serve the humanity. I am struggling all alone. See, lakhs of people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All the people who are dead, are they worthy of the death? Now hundreds, I don't know, hundreds, maybe 50, 60 people, I think, died in Sivarasi. Do you know the funny thing? It's of course not funny thing, terrible thing. In that whole group of people who are dead, I think 56 or 58, I don't know the exact number. Only one person was working in that firecracker industry. All the fellows who are working in the industry were saved. The fellows who came to watch and rescue, 57 people who came to watch and rescue were dead. When they saw the name list, only one person who was actually working was dead. If they listened to the police and everybody is flooded, so all the workers are flooded, they all have saved themselves. One big group came there, the police has said, you don't go for rescuing people, we will go. You don't know, don't do. But curiosity, India, it's a religion. If few people are standing and seeing, you have to put your nose to find out what is going on inside. Now people are telling me, we are not able to reach out to people, teach meditation, nothing. Go to any big park on the main street, 4 or 5 of you stand round and watch inside. Let one fellow be doing inside one kriya or meditation, Nitya Dhyan. In 5 minutes there will be traffic jam in that road. The whole crowd will be standing around you, one watching inside, what is he doing? No, I tell you. See, make one person to sit and do Guru Puja, and 5-6 of you just stand around. You should stand around such a way from distance they should not be able to see what is going on inside. Only when they come near and put their head, they should be able to see what is going on inside. Stand like that. It's a powerful technique. You try. All you need is 5 people. 1 to do Guru Puja, 4 to hide and stand. In 10 minutes you will see the whole street traffic jam, the whole crowd will be standing and watching what is he doing. Till the end of Guru Puja, he should not open his mouth to answer any question. And I tell you, not a single fellow will leave. That extraordinary curiosity. These fellows came and were standing and lost their life. They are not worthy of what has been done to them, but that is life. Standing up even when the life and humanity does not behave dharmically to you is Jivan Mukti. Standing up with your clear dharma even when the humanity and society does not treat you with dharma is Jivan Mukti. I tell you, even if the society behaves with you dharmically, you behaving adharmically is a demon. When society behaves you dharmically, you behave dharmically, is a good person. When society behaves you adharmically, you behave dharmically, is Jivan Mukta. Even if the people around you, when they don't behave dharmically, stand up on your dharma. That is what is subduing the identity. This is the second Guru Vak I am giving you guys. Ability to drop the identity. I tell you, when you are able to drop the identity, all the problems you have will not have a chilli, the anger. Even if you have a problem, both of you will sit together and understand more and more. Every interaction with other person should create more intimacy, more trust on that person over you, more trust for you over that person. If your every interaction with every individual creates only trust on both sides, you are free from identity. I tell you, you are a Jivan Mukta. You are a Jivan Mukta. The ability to drop the identity is Jivan Mukti. I tell you one more secret. As long as you have certain identity, you will always feel society is adharmic towards you. It is a basic secret. Your logic is with pus. It sees only from your side, never from the other side. If I judge whatever is done to me by the society is adharmic, my logic becomes logic with pus. Fortunately, I never judged. Society is not a group of people. Please understand. Society is the other person. It is not collective. Even a single person is society. whom you hate, whom you think you can't work with, whom you think is worst person you have seen in your life is society for you. I tell you, if you have somebody as your enemy and feel this fellow's patterns, he cannot come out and he will suffer, he has to be given suffering, when you feel, understand, now God is sending you the diagnosis. Exactly you have the same problem. He is giving you the possibility to diagnose you. Most fortunate human being is a human being who does not suspect himself, who does not doubt himself, who is able to put completely his faith wholly on himself. You putting your whole faith on you does not happen by you convincing you, but it happens only by you dropping your identity by you. Go round. Whoever you think as your enemy, again and again sit with them and express your opinions towards what you carry towards them, and let them express what they carry towards you. One more funny thing you will realize, whom you think as the important enemy in your life may not be thinking you as the important enemy in his life. I have seen love is always a triangular affair on the planet Earth. Hatred is always quadrangular affair on the planet Earth. Understand? If you are loving somebody, that person is loving somebody else. If you are hating somebody as an enemy, that person is hating somebody else. It is never a straight line. It's a law. One point is loving the other point means, be very clear, the other point is loving the other point, not this point. The other point which he is in love, see, A is in love with B, B will never be in love with A, it will be only in love with C. C may be in love with A. And same way hatred. A may be having the enmity towards B, B may be having the enmity only with C, never with A. Even if the B wants to have enmity with A, it will have in his heart only C as an enemy. C may be having enmity with A. Please understand, it is a law. You will never have a complete enmity with your direct enemy, who is supposed to be your enemy. So whoever you think as your enemy is not real enemy. It's a law. These are all sarvabhaumya, universal laws. I'm giving you an example. One thing you need to be very clear. Your logic has no capacity to find your enemy. So whoever you think is your enemy is not your enemy. When you sit with him, open up, you will realize that person is having somebody else as their main enemy. So when he goes and sits with the other person, he will realize he is having somebody else as his main enemy. Love or hatred is triangle. In the planet Earth, neither love nor hatred is straight line. Only when you become nobody, you become center of millions of people's love. And same way, millions of people's hatred. But you neither love them back nor hate them back. You are just a black hole sucking the whole thing, where they disappear. I tell you, whether by love or by hate, if you come near me, you are gone. When you disappear into me by love, it is called enlightenment. When you disappear into me due to hatred, it is called pralaya. That's all. But you dissolve into me. That is what Bhagavan shows when he was giving the Vishwarupa Darshana. Vishwarupa is beautifully described. There are many rishis, sadhus, sages, saints in the parts of Krishna's Vishwarupa, and millions of demons, devils, Gauravas, Rakshasas being chewed by the Krishna's mouth, disappearing into the fire which is coming out of Krishna's mouth. It means what? Both are disappearing into him. Ability to give up the identity, subduing the identity, even in the worldly life. Even if you say, practically I have to see, I am talking to you, understanding all the practicalities. Please understand, whoever is listening to me, to all of you I am telling you very clearly, I know all the situations you would have gone through, going through, will go through. With that authority I am telling you, this truth which I am uttering is the truth for all of you at all times to be practiced, to be lived, not to be compromised at any time, what you call as practical situations. What Swamiji said is right, but in this situation, even if he was here, he wouldn't have behaved like that. He wouldn't have given up his identity. I know. Go to hell. No. I am telling you, in all possible situations, this is the truth. Ability to let go the identity makes you the hero whose identity can never be destroyed. I want those heroes around me. They are Jivan Muktas. I tell you, your identity costs you only your life, nothing else. If I am supporting your ego and identity, you are doomed. If I am not touching your ego and identity, you are in waiting list. If I am hitting at it straight, you are blessed. Unfortunately, for many people, many times I support. It is the identity with which your heart associates yourself. That should become sadhu, chilliless, angerless, violentless. Then you will become the center of creativity. You will express so much of the leadership quality, ability to inspire. Ability to inspire is nothing but ability to inspire yourself. Early morning, 6 o'clock, if you are able to inspire yourself to get you out of your bed and go to Akada and do the yoga, you will have the ability to inspire others. That's all. The ability to inspire can never be a cunning technical game. No. If you are able to inspire yourself to come and sit for the satsang every day and listen to these great truths and live this, you will be simply able to inspire your subordinates, your assistants and make them do the job as you want, and you will be able to lead them with a inspiration. Morning when you wake up, see your mood. Are you getting out of your bed and going to Akada because Swamiji will fire you? I tell you, all your subordinates are going to be working around you just because you fire them. Never inspired way. If you don't know the right words to inspire you, you will not know the right words to inspire others. There are many, I don't get their darshan at all in the morning. Understand, if you are able to inspire yourself to drop the identity, you will be able to inspire everyone to drop the identity. I tell you, in the love, you are hitting the wrong wall. In the hatred, you are hitting the wrong wall. In the love, you are in love with somebody and you constantly go towards that person. And suddenly you will realize that person is going towards somebody else. Then you will be disillusioned. And all your love will be lost. Same way only I tell you. In the hatred also you are traveling towards somebody, and that somebody will be traveling towards somebody else. And suddenly you will be disillusioned and you will say, God, I wasted my whole life on the hatred with this fellow. For example, A hates B. B might have done one or two activities against the A, but in B's heart, A is not the enemy. In his heart, enemy is somebody else. C is the enemy. This is the way the whole world goes on. When you love the person and that same person loves you back to the same amount, what happens is enlightenment through tantra, union. When you hate somebody and the same person hates you in the same level, what happens is pralaya. But unfortunately both does not happen in the planet Earth at all. Very rare. If I have to give one example, two persons loving each other to the same amount, falling in love with both equally. I can give the example of Shiva and Parvati, Radha and Krishna, Sharada and Ramakrishna. Rarely, that's all. Not even a handful. I don't even have one example of that two persons hating each other. At least for love I gave 2-3 examples. For the hatred I don't even have one example. Because Sumba Nisumbas, they were in love with Parvati, but Parvati had enmity towards Sumba Nisumbas. In turn, Tarakasura had enmity with Parvati. Parvati did not have enmity with Tarakasura. I tell you, whoever you think as your worst enemy are not your enemies. Who thinks you as the worst enemy will never be felt by you as the worst enemy. Because the enemy or the friend is based on your perception, which is itself is unstable. You are constantly building multi-story towers on the earth, which is going through earthquakes. It's a technical term. Tectonic plates. You are building skyscrapers on tectonic plates. Your hatred, your love, your friend, your enemy are all skyscrapers. But you are installing it on tectonic plates. Bhagavan is very clear. Subdue your identity. It's time. But I have not completed this verse. I will continue. I only spoke on one word. Please understand. I only spoke on one word. Yogi yunjita sadatam. That's all. Because this one understanding is the biggest problem. Your whole life is wasted on just protecting the identity which is going to ditch you end of the day, end of the life. When you are about to leave the body, you will see so much of pus, bio-memories all around you, and you will ask your identity, what is this? I trusted you and acted my whole life guided by you and did whatever you wanted. Now you are showing this is what is my bio-memory. He will just raise his hand and put his hands up and say, I don't know. Hey, what do you mean you don't know? Answer me. When you catch his collar, you will understand only cloth is that the person has disappeared already. He is a ghost. He might be feasting with your enemy and saying, see, secretly I have done the job you wanted to do. People who realize the conspiracies done against them by their identity are Jivan Muktas. But you go around and dig out and find out, even if it is not there, you imagine that so many fellows are doing conspiracy against you. But you never suspect the conspiracy is getting done by your own identity against you. Blessed are those who understand the conspiracies done against them by their identity. Cursed are those who never doubt the conspiracies done to them, done against them by their own identity. If you are able to beg food and your needs from the people you grow as a sadhu, if you are able to drop your identity and beg forgiveness from other identities, you become Jivan Mukta. If you are able to beg others to drop their identity, you become incarnation. Understand? I am not asking you guys to go around and beg for food. That will be easy for you guys to do. That will not have much impact. But if you can go around and beg for the forgiveness what other identities think as the hurt by you. Please understand, what you think as the hurt you caused to others is not the real hurt. What they think, because many times what you think as the hurt you caused may not be hurt for them. What they think as the hurt is the real hurt you caused to them. Same way, what you think as the hurt others have caused you, they may not even as caused it consciously. Understand? What you think as the hurt others have caused you, they may not even caused consciously. So know how to forgive them. Same way, what others think as the hurt caused by you, you may not even be aware. So ask them to forgive you. This is the science of forgiving. Science of gracefully moving ahead. I tell you, in the life, anybody who thrives will be with renunciation. Person who thrives naturally comes with new situation, lifestyle, thinking trend, atmosphere, furniture, everything. Person with renunciation thrives. Person who is thriving will always be endowed with renunciation. The moment money comes, your whole mental setup is new. If your mental setup is not becoming new, the money which came will not stand with you. So thriving happens on renunciation. Renunciation is the ground on which the thriving seed thrives. Thriving thrives on you only when you are made out of renunciation. The ability to renounce the identities constantly is thriving. Person who thrives with the ability to renounce identities is Jivan Mukta. I am giving you one more definition of enlightenment. Being who is capable of thriving continuously by renouncing the old identities is living enlightenment. Do not wait for the wounds in you to be healed by others. Do not wait for the wounds in others to be healed in course of time. Do not wait for others to come and heal the pain you are carrying inside you. Do not wait for the other person's wounds to be healed in course of time. Means you be proactive, healing the wound and pain in others' heart. Same way, you be proactive in healing the wounds and pains inside you by dropping it. Your enemy is not your enemy. Your friend is not your friend. Whom you are hating for ages and years might be doing good to you. Whom you are loving and having friendship for ages may be in love with somebody else. I'll continue on this same verse again in tomorrow's Satsang. Today I give this as a teaching to all the disciples, visitors, viewers. This as a Guru Vak to all the disciples, sannyasis, sadhus and ashramites. So all the ashramites, sannyasis, sadhus, before you come tomorrow to the morning satsang, take at least 10 effort to heal whom you think as your top 10 enemies and discover the truth. Your top 10 are having somebody else as their top 10. Your top number 1 may not be having you as the number 1 in his hit list. He may be having you only as a number 8 or 9 in his hit list. And who is in his hit list as a number 1 may not even appear in your hit list. Identity is a confused reality. When the love and hatred falls into the confusion of triangle, what you call that whole as is identity. When I said as, I meant 2s. When I said whole, remove the W. That is what we call identity. As whole. I want you to understand without S and W is identity. No, nobody will forget.
The first question today is from Nidhi from Vizag, who is asking, Dear Swamiji, is there such a thing as objective reality, or is the world nothing but a reflection of my perceptions? Can you also give me some signs to distinguish between reality and fantasy?
Nidhi, first thing you need to know, whatever you understand as reality, the dimensions like a size, shape, quality, your association of good and bad with it, all that, even one quality does not exist in objective reality. Please understand. If you think this is wall, this is not wall. Whatever you understand, why this wall, what this wall does, how it looks, what it is, who built, is it good for me, bad for me, all concepts you have about the wall is not there actually on the wall. So in a way I can say there is no such thing as objective reality and there is something called objective reality. There is no such thing as objective reality is also true. There is objective reality is also true. Understand? I tell you there is no such thing as objective reality because anything you see, you perceive, does not exist as you perceive. And I tell you there is objective reality. Well, you know, because you may be liberated from this wall, but the other person who is not liberated will continue to see this wall as objective reality. Because of that, I tell objective reality exists. But I tell you, for you, objective reality does not exist. So, the right truth, objective reality does not exist for you, but the objective reality exists for the objects you see in objective reality. But as the objective reality does not exist for you itself, how can the objects you see in the objective reality can be objective reality for you? As the objective reality perceived by you itself is not reality, how can the objective reality perceived by the objects which you perceive in the objective reality can be objective reality for you? Listen to the statement again. As the objective reality which you perceive itself is not an objective reality for you, then how can the objects you perceive in the objective reality can have the objective reality which you perceive as the objective reality which is not the objective reality? So, what you know as reality is nothing but the perversion of your fantasy. What you know as fantasy is nothing but the perversion of your reality. When you go beyond what you know as reality and fantasy, you see en reality, which is en reality. In enlightened reality, there is no space for fantasy, reality, reality-based fantasy, fantasy-based reality. Fantasy-based reality is deities, reality-based fantasy is theme parks. Reality-based reality is enlightened reality, fantasy-based fantasy is your dreams. The reality-based reality awakens in you when you understand neither reality-based fantasies and fantasy-based realities and reality does not lead you to reality. The reality fantasy reality fantasy is all finally your reality fantasy, leading you from fantasy reality to reality fantasy. Finally, only when you drop everything, the reality expresses itself beyond reality. Let you all achieve, experience, live and express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nithyanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shantam